All right, and New Year's resolution from us should definitely be remembering to introduce ourselves. So, Happy New Year's from Off the Air. We're your three favorite podcast hosts. I'm Noah.
That was the worst
That was very
intro.
bold of you.
That was real rough. That was not good. Let's listen.
Hi guys, welcome to the Off the Air. I'm Jackson. New Year, no me. So this is the last you'll be hearing from me.
New Year, no you.
Okay, are we replacing you with Jacksonia
I'm being
again?
publicly vaporized tomorrow. New
That's
Year, no me.
Oh, you
freaking
lucky
awesome.
son of a bitch.
You know, you gotta go out some way.
Do you? I'm gonna live forever.
A good plan.
Dude, honestly, like, that plan becomes more and more realistic every, like, decade or so.
I don't like that plan personally. I'm very much looking forward to eventually my time here being done.
I mean, you can kind of.
You can choose to die.
Yeah.
That's not what I want to do though. I'm just waiting naturally for my time to be done.
Well, you can expedite
so am I,
it.
but I feel like I'm waiting for it in a much more, like, serious manner than you are.
Wow. I could introduce you to cigarettes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. I'm Dan.
And I'm Noah. Boom.
There we go. We did it. We're gonna do better about this year.
Yeah, it was.
Welcome to Off the Air.
I don't remember who pointed it out to us that it would be very convenient for us to introduce ourselves, but
I mean, I know for a fact I have pointed it out multiple times.
No. Someone pointed it out specifically though. Like someone mentioned, by the way, my friend was listening, and they were saying it would be way easier to follow. As a new listener, and that just like reinforced
exactly
what you
what
said.
I was saying.
No, I wasn't saying you didn't say it. Calm down.
The way you're saying it's like, oh, it didn't matter because one of the hosts said it. It only mattered because the audience started saying it. I'm like, dude,
I'm saying. No,
that's exactly. Jackson, tell me that's not a little bit what he's saying.
Sure.
Dang.
Thanks.
No,
But anyway, we did our big attempt to do it, and we did it once, and we haven't done it since then. That was at least 4 episodes ago.
Yep.
So yeah.
But now we're gonna, this is a little peek behind the curtain. This is our first episode recording of 2019. We are here. We did it, you guys. We did it. We survived 2018.
We did.
I'm proud of us.
We did.
I mean, Jackson didn't really because he's getting vaporized this afternoon.
I am publicly dying. Tomorrow.
I mean, but you know what? He made it to that like checkpoint and then died immediately after.
So he just gets to restart at the beginning of the year.
No, I die.
Yeah. No, I mean, he's in a permadeath run, so no. But, like, he made it to, like, what would normally be the checkpoint. Like, the little thing rolled over, and then it had an X on it because he's in permadeath mode.
Wait, who doesn't get permadeath mode?
I mean,
Dan put in the God mode
99%
sheet,
of cases,
so
I don't do permadeath. Because, dude, acting like, dude, are you kidding me? If I could have respawns on life, dude, I'd make so many more dumb decisions with my life. Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh. So I just opened freaking Facebook, and the first thing I see is a sponsored ad from Aquaman saying Aquaman's the #1 movie in the world. And I just look at that, and all I can think about the fact is that it's 12 p.m. on New Year's Day. Anyone could make this claim who has sold a ticket today.
Aquaman,
Shoot, that's real good.
Supposedly not bad.
No, it's real not good.
That doesn't surprise me.
I went into it with like relatively moderately low expectations, and I was disappointed. CGI was really, really good. Okay, so now, well, look, now it's Dan's movie corner. Screw you guys. The CGI was really, really good. The acting was fine. The problem is that the directing and the writing were atrocious. Like, atrocious. The movie had no idea whether it wanted to be funny or serious. The movie had no idea whether it wanted to be a story about this like inner political drama of like the Return of the King, or if it wanted to be like superhero Indiana Jones. Like, it just didn't know what it wanted to be, and it just wasn't good because of it. If you like watching Jason Momoa be Jason Momoa for like 2 hours, dude, go watch a movie. Which is like, oh boy, that man is.
See, I get that
man is so pretty.
But like, you can't give someone money for that, right? Like, you gotta draw a line in the sand.
I did, and I wasn't proud of it.
It's like, it's one of those things where people are like, "Yo, this chick's so hot, go check this out." I'm like, can't you just jerk off or something?
See, but I'm not gonna jerk off to Jason Momoa.
Why?
Because I'm not gay. That's some gay.
I mean, whatever.
By definition, I think
it's still Jason Momoa. I think everyone gets a pass.
It is still, that's true.
I think it's pretty gay. I
Do
think
you guys
it's okay.
have a list of like dudes? Oh, I guess in our case it would all be dudes. Dudes you would go gay for, like
Not
celebrities.
really. Not like a specific
No.
list.
Not really, no.
Oh, dang it, that's just me. Okay, fine, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
I mean, you can tell us if you want to.
I really don't, because now I'm gonna feel weird if I'm the only one. If I'm the only one doing it. So we're gonna move on. Aquaman wasn't good. Don't go see it. Go see Spider-Man. Spider-Man was a much better movie.
Spider-Man was a real good movie.
Spider-Man was so good, you guys. Enter the Spider-Verse is maybe in the top like 3 or 4 movies of 2018.
Jackson, I know that you're not a fan of like superhero movies.
The Spiders, man.
But I think you
I am a
actually...
fan of spiders, man.
You are what?
I'm a fan of spiders, man.
Yeah,
Hey.
see, even Jackson has standards.
No, not Spider-Man. Spiders, man.
No, that's what I'm saying. But you've got Spiders, man. It's Spider-Verse. It's definitely a Spiders, man. Are you kidding me?
That's
good.
I mean,
Tell me I'm wrong,
there
Noah.
was Spider Ham and there was Anime Spider Girl, so Spiders Man has
What
to
is
be
her
in there
name?
somewhere.
I cannot remember her name for the Pipe. Keep wanting to say Piper Parker, but I know that's not it.
I'm just gonna Google Anime Spider Girl.
Do it.
Well, this is already going poorly. Ragnaro's on here.
That's good.
It's
Let's see.
Penny Parker.
Spider-Verse girl. Boom. Let's go.
I'm telling you, it's Penny Parker.
It is Penny Parker. I didn't hear you say Penny.
I'm
times.
so mad right now.
No, I couldn't hear. It didn't come through like on my end at all. I apologize. My Discord has been really whack lately.
I'm literally just sitting here saying, "Oh, it's Penny Parker." You know, like let's just open up the old Google, and I'm like, "Penny Parker," you're like, Pansy. And I'm like,
dang
Penny
it.
Parker, Dan, and you're like, "Oh, it's Penny Parker."
No curses. I've been found out.
It's freaking absurd.
You're absurd. Shut up. But yeah, it was really good. That movie was very, 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 very good.
Mm-hmm.
I actually am trying to figure out if there's a way I can go see it in like the next week before classes start.
There is.
There is, but like I don't want to go watch it alone because I'm not a nerd.
Why don't you? What's wrong with seeing movies alone?
The problem is that I don't have enough money to justify going to see movies alone. Like if I'm going with friends, then I can justify it as I'm going out and spending money socializing. If I'm going out just for myself, I can watch movies at home.
I haven't gone out to the movies with someone else in years.
Yeah, but you have the money to justify doing that. I just don't.
I've been to the movies like 3 times in the past years.
That's 3 more times than I've gone by myself.
See,
I think I've been about 4 times.
I
probably.
prefer to go by
5.
myself because I understand that I am worth spending a single movie ticket's price on.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't freak out that I'm not socializing with people because I don't do that much anyway. I'm more of a, internet socializer. Going out with people is that's the kind of pressure I don't need in my life because they start expecting me to tell them like what I've been doing with my life.
And the answer is always, well, I
I
went to
moved
school.
and I cut hair and
To be fair, you are doing things with your life.
Oh, yeah.
Just
no, I 100% am. I just don't
at
feel
your
like
own
telling
pace.
people about it.
yeah. Just listen, Noah. Grow yourself a decent sized ego, and then all you'll ever want to do is tell other people how great your life is. Until your life falls apart,
no,
and
my
then you'll just want to be sad all the time.
I think my ego is squarely as big as it needs to be. I think it's okay.
I would agree. You have a very, very keen sense of your self-worth, but not in a like, oh, I'm so great kind of way. Someone is blowing up my phone. Give me... Okay, we're fine.
Not my phone, because
Hashtag not my phone.
have priorities.
Listen, I'm sorry. Nobody ever blows up my phone. Anyway.
I mean, of all the days to have it happen, it's going to be like today or Christmas because you're going to get 7 million happy holiday texts.
I got 1.
Oh, really? I've already gotten 5. I hate it so much.
Weird flex, but okay.
I have gotten 0.
Congrats.
Hey.
It's one of the things that I really don't care for, only because, like, a lot of the time it's from people that I interact with enough anyway that I don't feel like it makes sense for them to wish me a Happy New Year's, or it's people that I interact with infrequently enough that it also doesn't make sense that they wish me a Happy New Year's.
That's what I hate about, like, birthdays and stuff. Because you get all the, like, oh, happy birthday messages all over everything, and I just, like, it feels so disingenuous to me. Like... If At the risk of sounding like the most basic bitch, if you aren't interacting with me throughout the year, don't message me on my birthday and be like, "Oh, happy birthday," because it's like, no, you only are messaging me because Facebook reminded you.
Now the flip
like,
side, what if it's just messaging you on like your Facebook wall, like just posting saying happy birthday? Is
that's just as bad?
How so?
I feel like there's no difference.
See, every time a birthday pops up, I go through this big thought process of, do I interact with them enough for me to wish them happy birthday and have it not be creepy? So when people I haven't talked to in a while wish me a happy birthday, I know this isn't what they thought, but in my mind, they went through the same think it through process that I did, and it feels nice because they actually cared enough.
Nah, see, I'm gonna tell you a secret, bud.
No one thinks
they
that way.
don't care.
I know.
No one thinks about you, and the most thinking about you they do is when it pops up on your new wall.
Oh no!
God damn it!
I'm 100%
I told
aware,
myself
especially when people do the lowercase happy
Damn
lowercase birthday with no punctuation. I know where I sit with that.
I mean, to be fair, I just do that to you because, well, yeah.
I mean, you do you, but okay.
So you guys, let's talk 2018.
Let's talk 2018. I'm okay with that.
Let's talk the year of our Lord
2018.
2018. Can we? I saw someone make a post on Twitter about how asking how 2018 simultaneously felt so ridiculously fast and also felt like two completely separate years. I got it back to at least the second half of that because 2018 felt like there was the first half of 2018, which was like one ball game, and then the second half, which was like football instead.
I mean,
like one was baseball and the other was
I could
football.
introduce you to the fact that baseball season does start early in the year and football season does start later in the year.
I feel like that was definitely like subconsciously intentional, but I'm going to be honest, I did not think about it before I said it.
You did just list off baseball and then football season.
Yeah, so I feel like subconsciously I had to have known that I was doing that, but I definitely did not consciously.
Once I show you basketball and hockey, you're going to be fucked up.
Oh, no. But like,
just wait until I introduce you guys to rugby.
You.
Yeah, I'm good.
Next, we're gonna play cricket. Get out of here.
Go back to fucking England, you poser.
You poser.
My bad. Sorry.
I guess that was a kind of Canadian accent.
That was definitely very Canadian.
You fucking hoser.
You're a fucking poser.
You gotta call him a hoser if you're doing Canadian.
But what if he's not a hoser? He's just a poser.
He's probably been a hoser too.
Probably.
Well, I reckon he's been a poser and a hoser.
A poser hoser. Which sounds just sounds like a German tank.
A poser hoser?
It's kind of racist of you, don't you think?
That's no, that's
a fucking hoser.
Oh no.
No, that's wrong, dude. You can't say that.
A poser.
Don't think you're out of the hot water yet. You fucking poser hoser.
Oh no, I've ruined New Year's.
I mean, we
not
already
Christmas
anymore.
anymore.
Okay.
Sort yourself out. You ever seen Letterkenny before? Because I've been watching a lot of Letterkenny and it's so good.
That's on Hulu, right?
It's on Hulu. It's probably just the best show. It's about like a small town in Canada.
Okay.
So it's definitely helped my Canadian accent out a bit.
Oh, there you go.
Sure. Helped. Absolutely.
Well, you know, it's lots of examples.
I was going to say, he just did a pretty good Canadian accent. He just didn't place it as a Canadian accent right away. And I think that's fine.
Yeah, it's a pretty good show. It's pretty funny. Really well written. Very clever.
I've literally never heard of it, so I apologize.
I mean, I've only heard about it through like Jackson posting about it, but still.
It's very good.
Well, there's the secret. I just ignore Jackson most of the time.
The only problem is that the sister on Letterkenny looks remarkably like my ex-girlfriend.
Oh my gosh.
Which in fact I can ignore, but every once in a while it just hits me. I'm like, yeah. I was like, no, you know my ex-girlfriend, don't you?
do.
Or like at least in passing.
I think we're still Facebook friends. Oh geez, she does. Oh geez.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
It's like just enough to trigger that like thought, but not enough for me to be like, oh yeah, that's definitely her.
Yeah.
Oh whack.
Big whack. It's a good show though.
This one guy has some pretty fantastic hair that made me think of you from like, 2012.
I think about Derry.
Is that the kid with the... I'm looking at this picture. He's got a tank top and long blondish hair and a backward ball cap.
Oh no, that's Riley.
Yeah.
He's the hockey player.
Hockey boy. Like combined with the face he's making, it makes me think of you imitating jock people.
Yeah, they're pretty good. The hockey players for the boys.
So
and then there's a guy
2018.
called Squirrely Dan, who's just this like fat dude who's like really redneck, but also very like politically correct and very progressive, and it's just a good show.
Nice.
So 2018.
So 2018.
My voice is so fucked up.
So Jackson
All right.
died in 2018. We're
not yet.
reanimating his corpse just for this podcast.
Which is why he
and then
needs
he's
to
getting
be.
vaporized tomorrow.
Yeah, I mean, he is an abomination. So
Yeah, he is an
God is
affront to
ending it.
God and also nature. I mean, he was also
already.
that before he died, but like now.
Yeah, no, this is not new.
Now it's like a whole like government thing. Like
Yeah.
it's a whole
You know, funnily enough, it's not even a government thing. It's just like an Obama thing.
which is
Like,
weird because he's not even like
Exactly. He's just looking, he's like, this guy needs to go.
my fellow Americans.
Mr. Obama, it's been a pleasure.
This Jacksonium,
Mr. Obama, get down.
he needs to get out of our country by being vaporized.
So, speaking though,
Go for it.
what you were saying
Vaporize
about
so many mutants.
2018 being a baseball football game, I've seen a
I call it football.
football
Continue.
with the bee emoji, right?
Sure.
Because why not?
As opposed to the Bee Emoji movie.
I might call the cops.
Yeah. Sorry, Dad. You're not allowed on the podcast anymore. So Jackson, I don't know how you feel about this, but I've seen a lot of people share all kinds of memes about how 2018 was the worst year that has ever yeared, and it was awful and the worst.
You know what I think was a worse year?
I don't know. In my last 7 days, I spent Christmas completely alone, New Year's Eve completely alone, and my cat ran away.
You know
So
what?
I'm kind of my year's end has been tainted sour. Also, I want to preface this: my cat's not like dead or missing.
Okay.
My son actually ran away to join a street gang, and I wish I was kidding. There's like this gang of cats that hang out in the sewers near my house, and he's now hanging out with them.
See,
My neighbor's like, yeah, I saw a little orange cat with the cats that go around at night. I was like, are you kidding me? My son left to go in a gang.
like,
Oh, buddy.
I want to be unhappy
But he's
for
not
you,
neutered,
but
so he can
just
fuck,
the concept of that is really kind of amusing, and I feel bad.
I'm honestly like, the fact that he's not like got hit by a car or like stolen is just kind of funny to me. He's just joined a gang. I would join a gang if I was a cat. And he's not neutered, so he can have kids and fuck. So good for
There
him.
you go.
I mean, honestly, he's living his best cat life. Can you really
That's what I'm
judge him?
saying. Like, nah. You know, if you love something, let it go join a gang in the streets of cats that steal from garbage.
Funny, that's what my mom told me once. That's how I ended up in Philadelphia.
Oh, dang. I still got one cat, though.
Okay. You have the other son.
Oh, it's a girl, and she's like 10. And
Fine, you have a daughter. Whatever.
She hates me.
Listen.
She's more of an eldritch being than a child of mine.
Oh, so actually
I have
that
no
one's
power
actually
over
a cat.
She has no name.
She's just cat.
She's just cat.
We are all just cat, you know?
No, I don't. Yeah, you know, I got you.
Thank you. No, 2018 wasn't the worst year that ever yeared. It is just the worst year this year. Like every
There
year
was
is
an
the worst year.
Olympics.
Like, you know, like there are so many tragedies that happen around the world all the dang time. Like, I feel like it's so selfish for us as Americans to be like, yeah, 2018 was the worst, you guys.
Well, I think usually it's speaking from a personal perspective, not from like, we think this is the worst global year. We're like, World War I, fuck that. 2018's worse.
Well, that's what I was gonna
It's
say.
more a
Like, I
matter
didn't
of,
want to
my
go
life
like
was-
full like, oh yeah, you know what was the worst year? You know, when there were literal Nazis on the march. I mean, more than they already are.
Okay, I was gonna say bad example.
Shoot, dang it. When we were in a Cold War with Russia. Wait, dang it. Nope. Okay, shoot, you guys, I got bad news. 2018 might have been the worst year.
There was an Olympics though.
What was there? I honestly don't
There was an
remember
Olympics
that.
in 2018.
Were they
I literally don't.
canceled, or there's just not supposed to be
No.
any this year, right?
Wasn't there an Olympics?
I don't think there was.
Winter Olympics?
I don't know. I don't
I don't know. It
feel
was last
dumb,
year.
but I don't follow the Olympics, so I don't know.
It was
Or 2 years ago.
Pyeongchang. February 9th, 2018 to February 25th, 2018. Fuck you guys.
Okay, that's fair. I feel bad because I forgot because that was all the way back in February. I'm impressed that you
But yeah,
remember
there-
that. Honestly,
There was an Olympics in Pyeongchang. I only remember really because like the US kind of slayed the game, but Norway always fucking wins the Winter Olympics only because there's so many downhill skiing events.
Oh,
Out of like the 30 there's probably like 100 events or so, and out of them there's like half are downhill skiing. It's kind of like swimming in the Summer Olympics. Half the games are just different kinds of swimming. Why can Michael Phelps win 8 gold medals in 1 year? Like, stop.
I'm gonna be honest. That's a fair question.
Like, you should cut out some of those things because the same Norwegian dude is like, well, I'm just a really fucking good skier, so I'll just win 10 golds. Yeah, one skiing. Oh, I remember now. The 17-year-old from the U.S. won the snowboarding freestyle, and then he said "fuck" on national television.
Oh my god, I remember that.
That's my guy right there. 17 years
You know
old
what?
saying "fuck" in front of the world.
You know what would have been? You know what could have been even better if he had Fortnite dance on national television. Which I'm like 99% sure that Ninja tried to do at Times Square last night.
Oh, I guarantee he did. What?
No, I'm pretty sure like that on national television it was a thing.
No, I mean, like, it would be an affront to his personal brand if he didn't try and do that. Let's be real.
I hate it. I hate that so much.
I don't understand why you hate people just enjoying things.
I don't hate. I do. I hate a lot of people enjoying things. I hate people enjoying things that make absolutely no sense and in my mind make you just look like an idiot. I hate people looking like an idiot for the sake of looking
Could
like
I
an
argue
idiot.
that it makes you look like an idiot, hating people for things that you assume
could,
make them look like an idiot?
I only look like an idiot when I open my mouth.
See, here's the thing,
Whereas
though.
they look like an idiot when they're Fortnite dancing down the street.
Everyone has
those kids.
Everyone doing dances has always looked like an idiot. It's just a thing, but it's not a reason to hate on people.
No, you can look dope as fuck doing some dances.
Fortnite dances are
Like
literally just this generation's freaking Carlton dance. In fact, the Carlton is in there.
Is a Fortnite dance.
Is a Fortnite dance. The two that I think of as like, even though I know that one of the two that I always think of as like specifically Fortnite dances are flossing and I literally don't even know what it's called. The fucking
Default.
Is that what it is? The fucking weird spinny arm thing?
Now I'm confused.
Oh,
give me a
I
second.
mean, if you happen to check out the video version of the podcast last week, that would be the GIF I included when you were talking about Dave.
Oh, that does sound like exactly it. What is the actual name of the dance? The thing has a name. I just don't know.
Just search Fortnite default.
Is that what it is?
Maybe. I like Fortnite default. I don't even play Fortnite, but recently I've embraced full on the fact that I am truly Gen Z.
Okay, yeah, no, the default isn't the one I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the
Well,
is it called
let
No
me
Bones?
separate
Is that what it
the
is?
chaff from
It's
the
the
wheat
one where
here.
people like go up and down, like.
Let me look. No, not that one. Let's see.
Dan, do you identify as a millennial or Gen Z?
I definitely identify as a millennial, 100%.
How?
You know.
I wish I could be more Gen Z, but I'm not.
I'm very squarely Gen Z. I mean, like, identifying wise, age wise, I am 100% millennial. But
Well, if I can separate the chaff from the wheat, you guys know about Big Chungus?
yeah,
Of course.
All right, cool. Because if you're a millennial, you don't know about Big Chungus.
I
Or
mean,
at least you don't get Big Chungus.
I mean, skeptical,
Those are just the
but
facts.
I mean,
It's the facts.
I suppose I believe you.
Thank you.
I don't really have a choice.
If you know about Big Chungus and you understand Big Chungus, you're not a
I
millennial.
mean, does
you're
anyone
Gen Z.
understand Big Chungus? I feel like that
Yes.
the whole point is not like that's the joke.
No. The joke is that it's Big Chungus.
But like
This guy's a
what is Big
millennial.
Chungus is part of the joke. Like
What's-
that's part of the part of the bit.
This
I don't know if that's a thing, but okay.
Okay, maybe it's just the places I've been because like that to me
you're
is
a
part of
millennial,
like the
that's the problem.
joke of like a ton of places. This is like the WTF is Big Chungus.
Yeah, no, that's millennials because they're all
see?
confused about Big Chungus. Gen Z, we get Big Chungus. We know who he is. And I'm not going to explain it because I feel like
I mean, you shouldn't have
I don't
to.
want to ruin that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
If you know,
No, I'm
you
not
know.
going to say that you should explain it because I've always identified as much more of a millennial than a Gen Z, which I don't. Again, I'm not exactly like happy with, for lack of a better way to say that. But
I think Gen Z is the best because all we want to do is Fortnite dance and not get shot at school, and everybody else is mad about that.
yeah.
Damn kids with
true.
their Fortnite dances and not wanting to get shot. Back in my
Who
day,
does-
we fought in 17 different world wars. We got shot at on the way to school every day, and we still respected our elders.
Yeah, I do love the idea of like soldiers being like, you know, you want to know what it's like to get shot at, go to Iraq. I'm like, well, maybe you should be like, if you're all up in your own service, maybe you should be like, I fought to protect your right to not get shot at your fucking school. But whatever. I want to talk about the episodes we put out so far.
Actually, I kind of do.
We should.
Also, though, before
should.
we do that, I do want to say Stranger Things Season 3 is going to come out on the 4th of July, and I'm super
It
pumped.
is. It is a thing that's going to happen.
I haven't seen Stranger Things. I don't have Netflix.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good reason not to.
I also haven't seen Quiet Place with No Eyes.
Yeah, you know, I'm very much in the minority, I guess, but I really didn't like it.
Well, I mean, you're a gamer, so yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm also in the minority for other reasons. My lack of appreciation for the Bird Box.
I just don't think it looks interesting.
I'll be honest, the first half was
I
really
mean,
good.
I get it.
I loved the
I've
first
also
half.
heard that the first half is good and the second half is complete ass.
I wouldn't call it complete, but it definitely made me unhappy.
Is Lawrence Fishburne in it? I feel like Lawrence Fishburne's in it.
I don't remember who that is.
I've only seen the trailer for it once, and I just vaguely, he's the guy, he's Morpheus.
I don't.
What did I see that
think
Morpheus
he
was
is.
in? I don't know why, but I'm having. Oh no, there's a movie with like Steve Carell and Morpheus.
Yeah,
He's not playing Morpheus, but they play like Vietnam vets, and it's not at all related to supernatural things.
Okay.
I don't know why. I think I was just.
Yeah.
I didn't sleep well last night, but I did watch a movie last night.
What movie did you watch?
It's called Life Itself.
Not familiar.
It was actually fucking dope. If you like Jackson movies, it's
And
just
why
really
would you?
sad the whole time.
Oh, okay.
I cried 3 separate times from 3 separate things.
I mean, that sounds like a
Nice.
strong movie.
It's basically about this dude whose wife has abandoned him, and that he was like stalker levels of in love with her. Like she was like all he thought about. And then it's about like their daughter. It's in like chapters. So like chapter 1's about like the dude like and his wife, and the second one's about like their daughter, and then the third one's about this fucking dude in Spain. Which is like a total like separation because the first 2 chapters are in New York City, and then it's like, oh, we're going to Spain now, and everything's in Spanish. Which the movie is pretty low rated, and I think it's because the movie's half in Spanish, but people just don't read subtitles because they're bastards.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. People like to be petty
And then
that
it's
way.
like this dude in Spain starting a family, and then the 4th chapter is about the dude in Spain's son. It's really interesting. It's basically just like a lot of sad things happen a lot.
I'll have to check that out. I want to check out new movies. I have a stack
It's
of
on
movies I should be
Amazon
watching,
Prime.
but new movies are good too.
And the part that like fucked it up for me, like the whole movie up until the end was super good, and then the end there's like this little thing where a woman who exclusively spoken Spanish so far speaks like a monologue in English.
Huh.
And I get it's supposed to be because like it's being narrated by someone who speaks English, and I think it's kind of like the whole movie's about like the idea of an unreliable narrator. So like I kind of get what they're going for, but it's still like super awkward, like, and it feels out of character.
Gotcha. I feel like it could
It's
still be an
okay.
enjoyable movie.
I had a good time with it.
You know what
There's
else
a
was
dog
an
in it.
enjoyable movie?
The dog's name is Fuckface.
That is a good dog name.
It's a good dog name.
It is a pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah. You guys know what else was an enjoyable
Are you
movie?
gonna say Spider-Verse?
I was gonna say 2018.
Let's hop back to what Jackson was starting to say though. When we were going to talk
That's
about
what I'm trying to do.
favorite episodes. I mean, I think as an individual topic goes, Juggalo Home Improvement sits squarely at the top of anything we've ever talked about. Agree?
The name is very good.
I will always say, and unfortunately it's both of our guest episodes, but our first episode with Edge, and then I actually think our episode with Nina was one of our best episodes.
I liked it a lot.
Hot take.
I liked it a lot.
I like the horoscopes one. The horoscopes one was fun.
The horoscope
Horoscopes
one
was fun.
Very
Yeah.
fun.
As far as names go, I think number 1 has got to be Juggalo Home Improvement. That's
Yeah,
the best
that's
name.
fair.
ever.
Yeah.
Hands down.
I do like the idea of an episode just named Sam Raimi Spider-Man is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that-
I mean,
that's a
pretty
good one.
much. It's on brand. It works.
I think the most on-brand name outside of Juggalo Home Improvement is probably Smash Ultimate and Sex Doll Brothels.
I was
Yes,
I was
100%.
super proud of
That's-
that one.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what on earth can I put here that we're going to talk about.
2 things that are very important to
And
me.
I'm like, oh, the beginning of the episode where we talk about Smash Ultimate, and then we'll have a
It's
topic
been a
from the
little
end of
while.
the episode where we talk about sex doll brothels.
Let's see if there's any update on Sex Doll Brothels. It's
Oh,
been
that reminds me. Did Cersei ever get back to me about whether or not 6-star brothels were?
Dude, he got
We're
back to
sim-
you immediately.
That's right. Yeah. So we have a well, I have a hyper Christian friend, who is like, might as well really just be a biblical scholar at this point. Like really. And I always go to him with weird esoteric questions of, is blank a sin, or what does God say about blank? And usually it's something ridiculous, and in this case it was as a follow up to our sex doll brothel conversation. I'm just gonna pull it up real quick because I think it's very funny. Actually, I have it screenshotted. I think it was on the other one. I'm gonna
It was in
scroll
Echo.
up and find it while you guys do your thing.
I don't know. I'm looking at these, and every single episode has stuff that I really, really enjoyed in it, you know?
I don't think I have any episodes that I regret doing.
No, me neither.
I mean, I definitely have things in episodes that I regret saying, but most of those are edited out.
Most of the things I regret in these episodes are like the early episodes when I was like in super sleep deprived state and I was not paying any attention.
Yep. As opposed to what? Like yesterday?
Well, I'm literally looking at esports and indie games right now, and I don't remember much of that episode other than the fact that I made some wild claims that were incredibly untrue that I did delete from the episode.
Amazing.
But like I was way out there for a lot of these early episodes in terms of attention span.
I do like that Thanksgiving Spooktacular as well.
Thanksgiving Spooktacular was a good episode. I greatly enjoyed it.
I think that was probably our like most wholesome episode.
It definitely was. Because we actually just sat down and were thankful for stuff.
Speaking of being thankful for things, I found the quote.
You found the quote
about our sex doll brothel.
All right, so the question opened up with fire away, Dan.
The question opened up with Serge, which is his username. Is it sinful to go to a sex doll brothel? And he said went on this long thing about how anime is an inanimate object, but you can lust after hentai, and like really the big thing is like the sex isn't really the problem; it's the lusting after it. And he says the sin is not in the act of sex, but in the want of driving of sex driving. You have to the sin is not in the act of sex, but in the want of sex driving you to have it or satiate that want through other means. I responded, and I feel like Jackson, you'll understand this. What if it's just because I'm bored? And he says, oh, then that's fine. It's kind of like a wax museum, but with bukkake, which
I feel like that's
honestly, I've never heard a sentence I've hated more in my life than it's kind of like a wax museum, but with bukkake. I hate it so much.
It tickled me. That's a highlight of my 2018 right there. Boom. Getting my ultra Christian friend to say that it was okay if I went to a sex doll brothel. That's what I needed out of life, you know.
That's a good highlight. That's a real good highlight.
Listen, it's almost as good as the time we got him to admit that God said it was okay to eat ass.
Oh yeah,
God said that.
Yeah, it was a whole thing for like 3 years. Us trying to convince him that God said it was okay to eat ass.
And then he just eventually
God said that though.
Broke down. Oh yeah.
I mean, I mean,
his voice
he
echoed
admitted
from
he
heaven. Are you sure you didn't hear it?
Yeah, I mean, it was a whole thing. It's on the news and all.
So he said, God said, hey man,
God said, and as it was written, God said, eat that booty like groceries.
Can't believe God said that.
I know, man.
I can't believe he said
God's
that either.
Wild. New Testament God, he got some wild ideas.
Who wouldn't?
Who wouldn't eat the booty like groceries?
So I do have something I'm very big excited for, which is Persona 5 R.
So
I literally have no idea what you're talking about, so sure.
It's just like an announcement. Let me see when it's coming. December, this is like 2 days ago. This is like very recent.
Ooh.
Very close to the new year. But Atlas, which is the company that publishes Persona, at least in the US, they've announced Persona 5 R, which is like, no one quite knows exactly what it is yet, but it's going to be like a remake of Persona 5.
That's real interesting.
Which they traditionally do. Like they release like Persona 4 Golden and Persona 3. I can't remember the name of it. But they're basically like they just tweak some things about the gameplay and like expand upon it. They're usually just like better versions of the original.
Well, this is fantastic.
Usually pretty well received too. Yeah. So Persona 5R confirmed. And there's no guarantee, but there's a very high likelihood that it's on the Switch. Or that it's going to be for the Switch.
Oh my gosh. Ooh. There we go. There's another reason for me to buy a Switch.
The re-releases have a history of being ported to portable consoles. Like Persona 4 Golden was a PS Vita exclusive.
Much
to the chagrin of every human being ever.
Yeah.
You guys, I got to tell you something. You guys ever have so Christmas passed and like I got Christmas money or whatever. I am so close to just saying screw paying my rent this month and just buying a Switch. Like I am like it is bad. I want one real bad.
So
I Switch for like 2 years.
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think that until last night. Because last night for New Year's Eve, literally all I did was I played Smash Ultimate for 3 hours. We missed the ball drop because I don't, not just me, but like me and the people I was playing with were so busy playing Smash Ultimate. Also, Incineroar is one of my favorite characters.
Of course you like
He's so
Incineroar.
great.
Of course you do.
Everyone was.
Of course you do.
See, what makes me mad?
I wish he was good.
Everyone gets mad at me because I like playing a heavy character. Because of
You
course
can play
I
heavy
do.
characters.
Huh?
I said you can play heavy characters, but you're not playing King K. Rool, so what are you even doing
I
with
was
your
playing
life?
King K. Rool, and I loved him.
People
Okay,
who play
good.
King K. Rool have small dicks, 100%.
What was that?
People who play King K. Rool have small dicks, 100%. I thought it was pretty
Wow.
loud.
Wow. People who play King K. Rool don't have to worry about the size of their dick. They're confident in what they
that's
have,
not
okay?
true.
Have
Because the thing about King K. Rool is he's just a character that exists for people who don't know how to play. Because he stomps noobs, and then he gets completely countered.
I
And
mean,
then people who play him just get upset.
yeah, it's fair.
it doesn't make him not fun to play.
The reason people were mad at me for playing him is because he has super armor that you can't interrupt his attacks.
His
Yeah,
and I love it.
Yeah,
But anyway,
fair.
I played all these giant statue characters because that's what I've always done when I've played Smash. I was a Ganon guy. I was a Bowser, a DK guy. I was like, I never played Wario. Screw that guy. But like,
Wow.
Wario's not really heavy, though.
Wario's
Yeah.
also, yeah, he's not.
That's
He's
fair.
just fat. He's not actually heavy.
yeah, that's fair.
Sorry, I'm sorry. I meant to say thick.
There you go. He's just thick. But I've always played the heavy characters. Ike was fantastic. I loved Ike. He was like a medium heavy, you know? So here I am, Smash Ultimate. I got Roy back. I got Ike. I got Ganon. I got Bowser. I got my new heavies with, you know, K. Rool and Incineroar, the human statue. And I played them all night, and everyone was angry at me for some reason. And I don't understand why. Because like they were all picking fast characters that they shouldn't have had a problem getting around me. They just did. So
Sounds to me like it's because they're bad, so they were mad at you.
kind of what it sounded like to me too.
I mean, that's fair.
Also, there's nothing better in that game than the feeling of doing one of like Ike's counter moves in midair to someone who definitely should have killed you, but then you kill them instead. I liked
I
that.
feel like you definitely talked Smash before on the podcast and like talked about our mains.
That was the last episode.
Was it?
Yeah, Jackson talked a lot about it because he was the only one of us at the time who had played it.
That's right. Yeah,
That's, in fact, even the title is Smash Ultimate.
that's right. So we just talked about it like 15 minutes ago.
We did.
Yep.
Listen, man. New year, new mistakes. Nah, it's a problem. I keep looking at like the price of used Switches, and I'm like, I could make that happen, but like consciously, I'm also aware that if I do, I cannot afford rent this month. And
Oh no, these prices
I wanna
are
smash.
incredibly reasonable.
but I want to smash though. I just want to smash you guys.
Please don't say it that way.
Just go buy a Wii U.
Ew, disgusting. How the fuck dare you? Get the fuck out of my house.
Someone's
Get the fuck
bitter.
out of here. Fuck you and your Wii U.
Wow, that's
I've never even played. I've played Smash 4 like twice.
It's fine.
I heard Bayonetta was better in Smash 4,
Smash Ultimate is better. It's just better.
but I definitely heard Bayonetta was better in Smash 4.
Bayonetta is actually garbage now.
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard she used to be broken and now is very
Well,
garbage.
Bayonetta was only broken if you're like one of the best players. Otherwise, she was fine.
Whoa,
like, the only
wait,
reason
hold on.
Bayonetta
Are
was-
you trying to tell me that Fox isn't the superior player at all skill levels, and you shouldn't just only play Fox no matter what scale you're
That's
at?
not what he was saying
Get
at
out of here
all.
with
He
that.
actually heavily
That's
agrees with that statement.
I said Bayonetta.
That I know.
Is-
I'm
Okay,
the
just making
joke
sure.
the joke being people at much lower tiers complaining about the brokenness or OPness of characters that they frankly aren't playing at a high enough skill level to worry about like how broken they are or aren't. Like it
Yeah.
happens across every competitive class or character based game. It just does, and I hate it so much because it's like, well, the characters are broken. You're just bad. Like that's not the dev's fault for you being terrible at the game.
Yep. New Year's Eve, Mo Bamba count.
Excuse
Why do
me.
people love that song?
I don't understand why.
I don't know. They just do.
I feel like you just trailed words together. I have no clue what you're talking about.
Congratulations, but yeah, no, Mobamba. It's a confusingly popular song, I think would be a good way to put it.
I agree.
Huh. Well, I guess I have homework to do.
Why is the Nintendo Switch GameCube controller $70?
Because
Is it the wireless Bluetooth one?
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Never mind.
I was going to say, because it should be.
And it has an amiibo scanner.
Yeah.
Neat.
Yeah, the wireless Bluetooth controls actually kind of cool.
That sounds super sweet.
It actually kind of looks like the original Xbox controller, just a little bit.
Yeah.
And I don't hate
Is
that.
it the Pro Controller? Is that what it is? Yeah, the Pro Controller looks like OG Xbox.
I kind of hate, or not hate it. I kind of love it. I kind of hate it.
I kind of hate it. I'd rather go back to regular GameCube. The regular GameCube controller is like, for my giant weird hands, was always the best controller for me.
The GameCube controller? That was so tiny.
I always thought it was perfect size because the way the grips were set up worked really well with my freakishly large hands.
I always loved the 360 controller. And then when I played PS4, I also liked the PS4 controller.
PS4 controller's fine.
I'm not a huge fan of like the Xbox One controller, but the 360 controller,
not either,
A+, good controls.
I'm be like, I know I'm one of like 200 people on the entire planet that still has one. I'm a huge fan of the Steam controller. Like it's real damn good. And like I feel like it was I wish that people had given it a bigger chance than they did. Because it's really, really good.
I wish Steam hadn't tried to make their directional sticks swipe pads so that they became a joke before anyone even had a chance to try them.
But they work. That's the problem. Like, I hate it because they work.
But here's the thing. I remember friends of mine looking at it and thinking you had to like continually roll your thumb across it to turn to the right.
No. Well, people are stupid. That's on them.
Oh, I'm aware. But that's the thing. That's what all my friends assumed that they were.
Why do you have stupid friends?
They're your friends too, dude.
No, not anymore.
That's fair.
I left, remember?
Fair.
I bailed.
And I'll be honest, the thing that kept me from buying that controller was just the price tag because I didn't want to buy. Which is fair. Because it was a $70 controller as well, right?
It was 50.
50?
If I remember correctly. Yep.
It was a $50 controller, which is...
It's expensive. I won't lie to you.
At the time, it came out more than I was willing to pay for anything in my life.
That's fair.
Sounds about right.
I'm less of a cheapskate now, so everything's fine.
And by that, you mean you just have more money to spend?
No, I'm actually less of a cheapskate.
That's good. I'm actually glad.
I am too, because it makes life a lot less miserable when I'm not over here like, oh, you know. You know.
I mean, you still do that.
Oh, I 100% still do that.
All the time.
100%. But it's different.
You did that like yesterday for like 20 minutes on stream about the Bastion player.
What?
Do you don't like Bastion players?
There was a Bastion player in Deathmatch that Noah spent like literally 20-30 minutes bitching about. It was great.
Bastion is the only fun way to play Overwatch, if there was a fun way to play
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
That has nothing to do with me being stingy.
It just has to do with you being. No, it just has to do with you being like. I
mean, in my defense, the Bastion player did what a Bastion player should do.
Exactly the way you're supposed to play Bastion. He was literally doing it correctly.
He also didn't freak out when he kept dying, which was nice because I definitely expected him to.
So he did everything right.
He did everything right. I was just angry
20,
because
30 minutes.
He would just corridor fire, and I couldn't do anything about it.
Play Junkrat.
I did. That's how I got. That's how I did something about it.
I know. You did the right thing. See, everything works out. Everything works out in the end.
Anyway,
like 2018, everything worked out, and it didn't, but it's going to.
That's an
probably.
Opinion. I know some people that wouldn't agree, but you know.
I mean, listen. 2019, I'm gonna try and be like 50% more positive about things. I can't promise I will, but I'm gonna try.
I mean, I respect that attempt.
Because, I can't be much more negative about it. So, like, I gotta go somewhere.
Well, let's switch back to happy things, because just talking about it is being negative.
Oh, you're right. Talking about 2018 is negative. I'm sorry.
That's not what I said, but okay.
I'm sorry. No, I'm not. That's a lie. I'm not sorry.
I know you're not.
What do you... Listen.
I feel like nothing has been said that moved anything along whatsoever in the last 2 minutes.
You're not wrong.
This is what happens when my voice hurts, so I don't talk.
It's okay.
I mean, it's also what happens when Noah argues me with everything I say.
You do that. But then your comeback to his arguments is saying the same thing you just said again.
It is. It 100%
and then
is.
Then when he says the same argument, you say, so?
You're not wrong. I just feel hurt that you would call me out like that in this public forum.
Hey, sometimes you just say what you said louder.
That's true. I do also do that.
Yeah, you like Cardi B or something? You think talking louder makes you win?
People talk loud when they want to act smart, right?
Correct.
That's actually Cardi B logic. If you yell louder, you win the argument.
Dang, dude, you're right.
Just keep yelling the same thing louder and louder.
2018. I'm trying to pull this back. Pull us back on the rails. All right, 2018.
Okay.
So we talked best episodes. Or at least personally.
I feel like every time things aren't on the rails, your way to get it back on the rails isn't saying something. It's just saying 2018.
I mean, for this episode, because that those were the rails we set out on.
Choo
Can
choo.
adjust the rails. It's like moving the goalposts. What was your guys' favorite game of 2018?
Ooh.
Like personally, or like best game, because those are not necessarily the same thing.
Why?
Because sometimes I like games that are not as good, not as like objectively good.
Sort yourself out.
So are
Okay,
we
fair.
confining it to games that we like that came out in 2018 or that we just played in 2018?
Let's do played in 2018 because frankly,
didn't keep
I
up on
play
any
games that are
of the
way
games.
old. Yeah.
For the most part.
Spider-Man was pretty good.
I was
Shoot.
gonna say Spider-Man too, yeah, or Spider-Man as well.
No, I was gonna
Yeah.
say Spider-Man 2.
The old PlayStation, Xbox
I
one.
played it for the first time this year, guys, and I'm just saying it was a
Which actually, I
really
mean, if
good-
you had to pick an old game, is a real
game's pretty
good
fun.
choice.
It's a fun game.
It's a really good call. Yeah, I would say probably Spider-Man PS4 is like my personal favorite game, which I still haven't beat because I just don't have time to play it anymore.
Spider-Man PS4
But-
is
Yeah,
a
I don't know.
strong contender. I never got
I
to
wouldn't
play
say
it, though.
honestly. It is okay, and then it gets very weak.
Which what? You mean like
the
at the end game?
Nah, just like the fact that half the game is just missions where you get to be Mary Jane, and you don't
That's
want
like
to be
3
Mary Jane
missions in the
because
entire game, and
there is like
there are
one
3.
Mary
What
Jane
I'm
mission for
hearing
every
is
two
it's still
Spider-Man
3 missions too many.
and they're like an hour long, and it's just super like taxing and not
I
fun.
really liked them. I know that unpopular opinion. I actually thought they were really interesting and a really cool way to like break up the monotony of just monotony. Yeah, break
Yeah,
up
just
the
monotony
cycle
of being fucking Spider-Man.
The
Best
cycle
Spider-Man
of just
game
only
to
being
ever come
Spider-Man.
out. Oh man, what a monotonous existence. I hate being Spider-Man all
Same-
the time. If only I
Well,
could take
same
away
with-
the thing that makes it a Spider-Man game and be confined
Same with the
to
Miles,
stealth.
the Miles Morales missions, and like people gave the Mary Jane missions a lot of
Oh,
shit and forget
I'm
that like,
counting
there
the
were Miles Morales missions that were
No,
exactly
they're
the
same
same.
thing. They are the
Exactly the
thing.
same, and
When I
like
say Mary Jane missions, I mean both.
and I liked them both. There was only one
they're
that I
both
really
shit.
hated.
Well,
There was one or two. There were 1 or 2 that I thought were really interesting and well done. Like there was I don't want to spoil it, but there are a couple that I thought were really interesting.
large
So
disagree.
my favorite game of last year,
Yeah.
I got into Overwatch, and I've
Aw.
greatly enjoyed Overwatch. Honestly, I feel like I've gotten better at it, and I feel like I'm enjoying it
have?
more than I had been in the past by a long shot.
Probably
But
because you don't just play with me anymore.
I mean, that's incredibly true. I love playing with Brian because every now and then he does that Reinhardt voice out of nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
Usually he just says hammer down, no matter what character he's playing. And it's great. But, and I mean, Dan, you know how dumb this is going to sound because you literally watched me buy this game yesterday. But Hollow Knight is
it gonna be Hollow Knight?
so
Yep.
pretty.
Hollow Knight is an amazing game, and it's on Switch
It's
now.
freaking gorgeous. I picked it up yesterday in the last hour of my stream, and oh boy,
Yeah, that's what I called my game of the year 2017.
it's so gorgeous. Yeah, I don't
Yeah, that was.
I don't know when it came out.
That's
So
It was last year. That was my pick for last year, actually.
I gotta be honest,
you didn't like it.
and I said it before. I played 88 minutes of it and just did not get into it at all. I just wasn't a fan. I don't know why. It's been a year and a half now since I've even looked at it. When was the last time I touched it? Here, hold on, let's see. I touched it last. It was almost. Wow, it was almost exactly a year. I last played it on the 5th of January 2018.
Dang.
So I don't remember why I didn't get into it. I didn't. I probably would like it more maybe if I went back to it now that I have like a controller and like
See-
a little better idea what I'm doing going into it. But
As a rule, I'm not a huge fan of platformers, only because I'm not good at platformers, especially if I'm using a keyboard and not a controller, because I feel like I can't get the same like control feeling, you know? However, I greatly liked this game. It only because it was so freaking pretty. It's such a pretty game, and I can't wait to unlock
very
some
pretty
more
game.
things and just make things continue to be better.
you know what else is a really pretty game that actually would be I think in my top like 2 or 3 games of this year. Return of the Oberdeen.
The what now?
Like it's
People have been talking about that. I don't know. I saw it, didn't strike my fancy.
it's a very specific kind of game. It's made by the same dev of Papers, Please. No, I think I
Ooh,
talked to you about
love
it at one
Papers,
point.
Please.
And it is a very like stylized. It's stylized to look like an old like 90s monitor. Like the graphics are like these like I can't even think of what the name of it would be. It's a very specific style, and like it's this really, really dope like mystery / time travel / like figuring everything out from basically nothing by watching like little snippets of what happened at the moment of people's death is like the core mechanic. It's really good. It's really, really good, and I like it a lot.
Yeah, I've seen people playing it, but I haven't tried it.
It's a very specific kind of game. Like I wouldn't expect everyone to love it.
You gotta be cultured.
I mean, listen, it's not my fault that nobody else has any culture.
Is it? Whose fault is it?
That's society's fault, you know?
It's probably Obama.
Ah, dang it was Obama. You're right.
I know he's been up to something. I just wasn't sure what.
This
Outside of trying to publicly execute
He's just
me.
biding his time. He's just Bidening his time.
Yeah, you can leave now.
No, fuck you. That pun was great. Get out of here.
Was it?
It was a good pun, yes. Noah's
That's
off
good.
watching Oberdeen content now.
I do wish,
I'm
yeah, I don't
actually
even know
not.
when.
I'm just here.
Nice.
Noah's done. No, hey Noah, what were you talking about earlier with staying checked into the podcast?
Yeah, I know. I'm still doing
Everybody
better at that. I mostly looked at the time and I realized that we've been going for an hour and 3 minutes, and I realized I have to edit this in a day so I can get it up on time.
Oh, unlucky.
Oh, wow. I thought you still had the full week. Yeah.
So
okay,
no,
cool.
yeah, we
So I
didn't
don't-
record on Christmas Day, so we didn't.
Whoops.
We're a little behind.
Ba-da-blah-ba-da-blah.
Hey, so yeah, there's everyone's peek behind the curtain. Noah's over here just thinking about the fact that the rest of my day is going to be spent here sitting in front of my computer listening to this conversation again.
What about God of
Oh
War?
yeah.
Everybody likes God of War.
Oh shoot, I
Oh
saw
yeah.
nothing.
I didn't get
See,
to play it.
As
me
someone
neither.
who didn't own a PS4, I never got to play it. So
Oh, see, I did. I just didn't want to play it.
it looked real pretty though. See,
It is apparently really pretty.
that and your Persona 5 streams almost made me buy a freaking PS4. And now that
Persona 5 is fantastic.
you, with your totally unfounded statements, giving me hope of maybe Persona would end up on.
they're very founded.
Well, my mistake. Your incredibly founded statements that Persona might end up on the
Well, 'cause, like-
Switch have made me want to buy a Switch even more now. To the point where
Just gotta crunch the
I have
numbers.
Amazon Windows
Atlas
sitting here
and Nintendo
looking
are
at
friends
it.
now. Because like Atlas and Nintendo are like BFFs now, and Joker's coming to be the first DLC character on
And
Smash
you better
Ultimate.
believe I'm going to buy Smash Ultimate just for that.
Not buying
Yeah,
Smash Ultimate just for Piranha Plant.
Shoot, you're right though.
Piranha,
Piranha
Piranha Plant's actually ass.
doesn't
have you
matter.
gotten, is he out? He's not out yet.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
okay.
want
Don't you
him.
just have to
He
register?
looks so fun.
I thought you just had to register the game to get him.
Yeah. Just to buy the game by today.
Oh.
What? Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, he's definitely gonna drop
Yeah.
as like a DLC later on. Like it's.
I don't think you understand. I'm about to buy this game right now.
Oh no. Oh
You have to
no.
buy and register it by yeah, I'm pretty sure it's today, the first.
Probably too late, honestly. All right.
Well,
We should probably
yeah, no,
we should
it's-
wrap this up so that Noah can go buy a game and then edit for
Yeah,
a
well,
few hours.
you know how it is. It's fine.
I don't know how it is, but that's okay.
Yeah, I can't say I'm experienced with how it is.
I mean, I am experiencing how it be with editing, but
It'd be like that.
yeah, sometimes you don't think it be like it is, but it do.
People don't realize that, man.
Yeah, man. You know what we should have done, and I'm glad that we didn't.
Fucking meth.
I'm also glad I
Fuck,
didn't do that.
Dang it, you're
Weird.
right. All right, well, I'm gonna go do that. Thanks for listening, you
Nice.
guys. Let's see, Jackson, do you wanna do your plugs first?
I just want to do meth.
I mean, same. That's why I'm trying to wrap this up.
Oh, nice. Fuck it, dude. I'm Jackson.
Neat.
Noah?
Cool. At Jacksonium with 2 M's on Twitter. At Jacksonium with 1 M on Twitch. At Jacksonium with 1 M on Instagram or 2?
Two. And two on Tumblr, too.
Ah, see, I had Twitter and Twitch. I didn't have the rest.
Yeah, I believe you updated so everything matched, right?
Yeah. Except
Nice.
Twitch, but I don't really stream anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because you changed your Tumblr up. That's right.
No, I changed my Instagram up because my
I thought
Instagram
you had
used
a
to be
different
If Daddy.
Tumblr for a while too.
No, that's
No, it's the same.
What was it? 1,000-word picture or something like that? His sad boy
No,
hours.
that's my other
Right.
that's my other Tumblr.
That's a sad boy Tumblr. All right. And no, where can they find you?
Well, I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Twitch, and Snapchat as Bubbadabad, Bubbadabad. I stream many weeknights. No set schedule yet because I'm still trying to figure out where it sits with like band and stuff. So we'll see. But I'm there all the time. So check it out. I play a lot of
that is
Overwatch
true.
and hopefully going to be getting into some RPGs soon.
That's awesome.
How about you, Danny boy.
I am Dan. You can find me on Twitter at BornToRule57, on Twitch at BornToRule, on Instagram at BornToRule57, probably on Snapchat too. I tweet about things and then I make movies, and that's going on. Oh man, you should follow me for this coming week because who boy, you're about to see some shit go down. I start production next week. It'll be a week from when this episode drops. Yeah, it's gonna be wild.
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you. You know what? It is a service. You can find the podcast.
So thank you.
On at Twitter at twitter.com/theofftheair. You can find us on patreon.com/offtheair. We actually have a patron now. That's cool.
What? I missed this.
Yeah,
oh
we have
gosh.
a single patron.
Oh shit!
I don't know who it is, but thank you, random
frantically
citizen.
goes to the Patreon.
Oh my gosh, it's a $5 patron. Oh my gosh,
It's a
I feel terrible.
Does it say?
Did my dad find
does
the
it say who it
podcast?
is? Noah, can you pull up?
I'm finding out right now. Emma,
You can also-
Emma, shout out to you for subbing
thank
last
you.
night. Last
Are you
night.
supposed to give someone their first and
Thank
last
you for
name?
this New Year's gift.
I am censoring
I guess
that
they
name.
do choose what name. No, they choose to show you what name it is.
Shout out
Yeah.
to Emma, which I will say that because that's fair. Shoot. Oh man.
That's really cool.
Oh, it's one of Nina's people.
Ah, thank you, Nina, for sending people who have money at us. I appreciate it.
I don't think
Uh,
yeah. Oh my gosh. I feel so
That's awesome.
incredibly happy right now.
That's awesome. That's how you bring in the
I
new
really
year.
need to remember what we promised as a $5 reward tier so that we can get on that.
It is to give a shout out once a month at the end of the episode.
Oh shoot! Hey,
So,
there we go.
boom. Look at that. Look at that. Almost like we planned it. Professional podcaster.
Shoot! Look at us.
I guess this is actually a good we should probably say that we also do have a Discord. We should tweet that out, I feel like. Now that we actually have like
Yeah. So we have a Discord.
yeah. I'll put it out on the I'll put it out on the Twitter. I'll make it a pin tweet.
There you go. Yeah, we got a Discord.
You can also find us on
if you
YouTube.
subscribe to us via Patreon, you get the special patron color. I don't think we have any special roles yet, but we're gonna work on it.
I was gonna say now we have somebody who is giving us money for this dumb shit, so now we actually have to put real effort in. And by we I mean someone other than just Noah.
Yay.
And by we I mean mostly just me and Noah.
It says
God.
by a host of your
thank
choice. So
Ooh, that's true.
we should
Emma,
we all need to give
add us.
Yeah. Let's have
I'm not saying it until I know.
Until I know. Because I'm not
Time
I
is
don't want
money,
to give
come
her listen, she can't have 3 shadows. That's just being greedy, okay?
Yeah, exactly. 2 is the max.
2
I'm a
is
hateful son of a
too many.
bitch.
this is the cheesiest geeking out I think we possibly could have done for this. So I think it's a perfect end to the episode.
No, this is actually genuine time. That means a lot. Like, thank you. Seriously. That's very, very cool
Bitch.
and very, very kind.
Yeah.
We will.
I'm so incredibly happy right now.
Yeah. Also, we have a YouTube. We don't have a good name yet. You can find us in the show notes. If you go subscribe to us on there, you can see a bunch of pictures of things that we put up or that we talk about throughout the episode. And if we get enough subscribers on there, we can finally actually get a YouTube channel name, which is real obnoxious that we don't have one. What else? What am I forgetting?
The big thing,
iTunes.
which is please continue to review us positively on iTunes.
Yeah, please.
I say continue
That's the
because
big
a few
thing?
people have. I don't remember how many have. I think it's
Yeah.
me, Edge, and then a name I didn't recognize. But still,
Hey,
What about the
thank you.
big show?
Thank you guys for supporting us through the what was it? We're what episode number is this?
this is
What are we
episode
at now?
21.
That's
21.
21. That's almost half a year.
I mean, we're past half a year in actual releases, though, because back in the beginning, remember, we were every 2
Yeah.
weeks. So,
Yeah,
you know what?
so
That's
thank
another
you guys
thing I'm
for
proud
supporting
of.
us for-
Starting in October, we started doing weekly episodes.
Yeah. When
true.
did we
Oh, no.
start this? Like what?
September
what was our first
27th was our first episode that was a week after the
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
previous.
We started
Yeah.
on July 12th. That was our very first episode.
Thank you guys for supporting us through this little half year adventure we've done.
Yeah.
So, and thank you for, all the kind words and all the not so kind words and all the feedback and all the drawings that Edge does. And
How many knockouts on kind words have we got?
I don't think
I mean,
any.
I don't know, probably a lot. I feel like Noah just shields them from us. He's like a
No,
he's like
you
a
hide
Papa
them.
Bear.
I don't-
Can't let his little babies hear
Are you
all the
trying
mean
to
things that
say
the bad guys
that
are saying
I would
about us.
ever consider not saying something or not like allowing something mean about you to slip through.
That's fair.
Because you should know me better. But no, I haven't heard anything bad. So
yeah. So genuinely, thank you, and we
start saying mean things to me. It's the
we'll
only way I can feel.
We hope to keep doing this for the rest of 2019 now.
yeah.
Hashtag New Year, new podcast.
New year, no me. Remember, the vaporization is tomorrow, so it's been good.
Do you get do they have to put the pieces, do they have to put the molecules back together? How does that work?
You'll see it on TV.
It'll be pretty cool.
Cool. Okay.
I think Obama's just gonna flip the switch, and that's it.
That's cool.
He'll do a real hard dab, and that'll be about it.
Next week, tune in to see which new host we get instead of Jackson.
Yeah, we can hope and dream, right?
We should get a cop.
A cop?
We should get a cop. We should get a female cop. We need more diversity on this podcast.
You always keep pushing this, and it makes it seem really weird.
Forced diversity is no diversity at all.
To an extent.